Rock Me Mama.
Hi.
Hey,
We're back.
we're back.
Kind of. We're like a little bit back.
What would you call this?
We're
An
back
interlude? No.
We're back for a little special.
A special episode.
A bridge.
Yeah.
A bridge.
It's a bridge of a song.
It's like a little special
because
episode.
that insinuates we're getting to the end. We're not. We're just so
We're not.
tired. We're just so
The bridges are
tired.
getting to the end of the song.
Yeah, the bridge is right before the last chorus.
Learn something new every day.
Yeah, you're all right.
You know, Morg's a secret musician. She doesn't want us to know.
I'm not.
Morgus is
One time Bill threatened to like play me something that Morgan sang on, and I saw her look at him like she actually was going to kill him. Like she wasn't joking at all. She was like, I will divorce you and we will not be together.
Yeah. I saw that. It was scary eyes.
But
So
I bet she's like actually really good.
Well, we've heard her do,
I know.
what's her name from Miss Rachel? She goes, A, B, C, D.
Oh, Miss Keisha?
Miss
Yeah.
Keisha.
You do it, but you actually do it well.
It does take skill.
You know what I do wonder? I wonder if like Miss Rachel was specifically a COVID aftermath baby thing that we all experienced, and whether that will translate. Like, I wonder if Tony will watch Miss Rachel or if he'll just be like skipping to what Farrah's into. Because we all went through, like, we all had babies right after COVID.
Yeah.
And it was still kind of like weird times.
Yeah.
And Miss Rachel became humongous because
TikTok
of
blew
COVID.
up during COVID.
Did
Yeah.
she?
Well,
I didn't
also
even, like, know
because
that.
no one could leave their house.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She was doing things from her house. She was a teacher that couldn't be at school.
Yeah.
I wonder about that stuff. I'm like, are these like, is Miss Rachel big forever? Or was that like a moment in time? Like, she'll be rich forever.
I think
Yeah, I
she'll
was gonna
stand
say
the test of time.
I do too. It's
But
not like,
is she coming out with any new content?
yeah.
she's very political and she's very like, you know, political in the ways where she's very outspoken for,
That's the only
for
That's the only
children.
time we're going to mention politics, though.
Yeah, and we're not getting into politics. I know you guys can't stand when we talk about politics. Oh my God, you guys get so mad.
It's a motherhood
I
podcast.
would just appreciate.
I get it. Even though
Honestly,
politics,
I get it too. Every time you'll bring it up, I'm like,
Really, where did Macy go? She just won with the couch.
Yeah.
I just hate talking about it.
I don't get it because it's literally the most important thing that's happening right now in the whole world.
Anyway,
And it will change, it literally change all of our lives depending on what happens. So anyway,
Miss Rachel.
let's talk about,
you and Tony.
Yes, please.
So
Everybody
my-
wants to know how you're feeling.
I'm 33 weeks. I'm in my
thinking
third trimester.
The
I'm
last time we filmed, you were like, I
20
think 22. Like, or maybe
Yeah, like-
that week you were going to be 22. So it's been a hard 10 weeks.
It's been a while.
been 20 years.
really hard to
done this.
motivate for all of us because
Yeah.
we all have kids and we're all working and we're all tired and we have to film this at night because we have to do it when the kids are asleep.
Yeah.
And like, who the fuck wants to do anything at night?
We're
Not
usually
me.
in bed. I mean,
It's
yeah,
8:19.
Yeah.
It's
we're usually
8:19.
in bed
Yeah.
Or like
In
reading
the
by
evening.
this point.
Yeah, I'm reading in bed or I'm on my yoga ball watching Love Island or I'm just doing something that doesn't involve like being on or having makeup on
Like
or
being a human.
yeah, I can't be a human after, 6 o'clock or something.
I'm typically deep in a granny square
Yeah.
by now.
Y'all stay up late though, but you're like shutting down.
Yeah,
by this
we're,
time.
yeah. Oh, 100%.
When
You're,
I'm
like,
not pregnant,
knitting
I'm
or
up pretty
what are you
till
doing?
10 or 11.
Yeah, we're up pretty late. Too late. Not as late as we used to be, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I mean, if Farrah didn't wake up so fucking early, I wouldn't need to. I mean, I would now, but my normal life, I'm a night person.
I agree.
I'm just one of those people that like enjoys. I do the day. I'm not like someone that sleeps in, but like I enjoy doing things at night. I feel creative at night.
This is genetic. There's
Yeah.
genetic factor.
My daughter is. Farrah's a night person too.
Yeah, she got.
But she's
that one
also a
on us.
morning person.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Oh yeah. This is so crazy.
She's an every all day, every day person. I just noticed that
Those
there's
sleep
definitely boogers. I wiped her boogers with my hand and then wiped it on my pants.
I recognize that. I have that on many clothes.
There's boogers on my
many,
pants.
Many
Love
outfits.
it.
Well, update everybody. We know how you're doing.
you
but
guys
they
know.
don't.
So the first trimester wasn't bad. I felt a little nauseous, but like not really that bad. And I was tired, obviously. Second trimester, I felt good.
Yeah,
I
your
mean-
second try was good.
I was doing good. I felt energized. I felt
Tale as old as time.
The tale as old as time, honey. This third trimester has kicked my ass.
Literally.
It literally.
Ripped her a new
there is
butthole.
hemorrhoid cream on my asshole right now. No, as soon as I hit third try, I was sick every day, nauseous, diarrhea, heartburn.
Is that a factor of hemorrhoids?
Probably.
Oh, I bet it
Heartburn
is.
every day. Couldn't eat. Until recently, and even now, I'm very selective on what I eat because if I eat anything that's too like fun or normal, I immediately feel like I'm gonna die. I have to eat like peanut butter with rice cakes, bagel, like carbs. I was eating like an entire melon a day, and then I read that it gives you diarrhea, so I had stopped doing it. Because I was like just craving cantaloupe so bad.
Oh, yeah.
And then it was like cantaloupe can cause raging diarrhea. I was
You're
like, okay.
sick. That tracks.
But then I stopped the cantaloupe and nothing happened.
So are you eating the cantaloupe again?
I am, but now I'm very picky because like if it's not the right amount of like if it doesn't taste just so, then I'm not into it. So I'm very picky about. I'm not picky about ice cream. I must eat ice cream
Sure.
all the time, every night.
Doubling down.
I've gained well over 30 pounds at this point, and I'm 33 weeks. So it's like, who knows? The future is. Who knows what the future holds for my body?
Boom.
The future holds Tony.
The future holds Tony. As you guys have kind of seen on our socials that we have been really slacking on, I do want to try for a VBAC. So I did hire a doula, which is so woo-woo and so crunchy for me because I'm really not that way. I'm a science girl. I'm a go to the hospital when you're sick girl. But I just want a chance. So, but with these new hemorrhoids, I got to be honest. I'm scared for a vaginal delivery.
Yeah.
Because of how bad it is.
Really quickly though, I do want to say normalize VBAC being like a normal choice for birth.
Normalize
and like
VBAC.
you have found, you can get into like you've had a good experience like talking to your doctor about it, but like normalize that not being crunchy.
Totally.
Yeah.
Yes. I think of like home births and VBACs and non-medicated births as being like crunchy hippie when in all honesty, I, from my last birth, just want to have control of my body.
Yeah.
Because as soon as I got the epidural and the Pitocin and all that, I lost complete control. I couldn't feel my legs. I couldn't feel my lower half. And I was just going off what everyone was telling me. Like I kept asking Nick, I was like, am I pooping? And he's like, no. I'm like, I could be.
Yeah.
Because I literally don't know.
Sure.
And maybe you were, and he was just
Maybe he was just being nice.
I bet. I'm going to ask him one
He
day.
says I wasn't because I was like, just be honest. He's
I
like,
know,
no,
but
you
he
really
knows how
were.
you are about poop. I guarantee you.
Well, I
Let's
told
ask him
him-
sometime.
I told
Let's,
him this
pull
time-
him.
Tony.
Well, you know why I wasn't pooping?
Let's
Because I never pushed. I got to 9 centimeters and they never.
Oh, well, then you definitely didn't.
they never let me push.
But can I tell you something? You will poop with Tony.
Absolutely. I've been watching, first of all, I went on a bender today watching births from that one that you and Maddie gave
Badass
me.
mother birther. on
Badass
Instagram.
mother
Oh, yeah, that was
birther.
awesome.
I have seen so many buttholes
Yeah.
and so many vaginas today
And so much crowning.
and so much
So much
crowning and a
crowning.
lot of pooping.
Yeah.
And I've just come to try. I just said to Nick tonight, I was like, listen, I'm gonna poop.
Let her rip, girl.
And in
Let her
order
rip.
to really let go and be fully immersed in the experience, I have to not think about that.
Yeah. You won't. You are not in the middle of it going to be like, I'm going to shit. You're going to be like,
Yeah.
poop is the least of your concerns.
That's what everyone says, but I'm still like a girly. I'm still someone that doesn't want to fucking poop in front of their husband.
I
Like,
promise
but
you
in
it's
that
gonna be the least of your
environment, that's not
concerns.
pooping in front of your husband.
No.
that's birthing
That's
a child
literally
and
birthing a
poop
child,
comes out.
and you
Yeah.
happen to be
Yeah.
pooping at the same time.
Yeah. Yeah.
No,
yeah.
the child
poop
that
is
you
getting
create, the
squeezed out
boy
'cause
that
you're
you are
pushing.
giving him
Yeah,
is what's
exactly.
happening. He's not going to give a shit if you are pun intended.
No.
He's not going to care if you are pooping. And he also he's listening
well,
to this
I've-
podcast. He knows that I've pooped.
Yeah, and he knows that women poop. I mean,
I've pooped on him before.
Yeah.
I've crop dusted Nick plenty of times.
Yeah. Phil goes,
He deserves it so much.
know.
He fucking
You
crushes
don't know
farts
how many
all
times
over
I've
me.
farted in your vicinity, Nick. You better be so happy about your wife's poop and she's giving birth.
Nick
to
You
your
better
just lets
clean
them
it up.
rip
and you
all
better
day.
like it. You better put it
think
in
about
a
all the
jar,
pressure.
and you better bring it
Oh,
home
yeah,
to
there's no
Morgan,
way-
and you better can it and save it for later in case it needs to be studied by science.
Yeah.
Tests.
Like he should be like excited about my poop.
she said, bring a jar and can it.
Too far?
No,
I don't know.
No.
We'll see.
never too far.
You're going to poop, but it's fine. Everybody does.
Yeah. And I just
Your doula will probably clean it up.
well, I'm gonna talk. She's coming over next Friday. I'm gonna be like, girl, let's talk about how you handle poop.
Oh my God.
She's gonna be like, shut up.
She'll be like,
I
clean
hired
it
a
up.
cool doula. Yeah, I'm excited about that. I'm excited for Nick to have support as well because he's not good under pressure. He's
What do
just
you
not. He's not good under pressure. Nick is like, I'm the calm one in the relationship, if you can believe that. If like when shit goes down, I'm the one that's like, everybody, here's the plan. Because Nick's like, like he's freaks out.
I fear I believe you.
He freaks out under pressure. He gets very overwhelmed and he's just not, he doesn't thrive with mostly, I mean, I'm sure if the house was on fire, he would save the family.
Yeah.
But with emotional stuff
He'd save Tito.
and chaos, he's not thriving.
Fight or flight, you know which one he's.
Yeah, he's not thriving. And I'm like almost psychopathically calm when it comes to stuff like that. So I know that he's going to be not the person that I can go to and be like, what do you think? Because he's going to be like, what do you think?
Bill, sound familiar?
So I want the doula to be like, here's what we decided. Here's what we want.
I love that.
And here's, Nick, here's your job. He needs jobs and tasks.
Yeah.
Yes.
He needs to be like,
And she
Nick,
can
your job
speak
is to go
up.
do that.
Yeah. She can speak up and communicate. Yeah.
For example, dude, this is a little off topic, but so we get up really early, especially now with school.
Yeah, what time are y'all getting up with school now?
So she always got up by 5:30 or something, but now, of course, that school's starting, she wants to sleep in. So we have to get up by 6 because we have to leave by 7 because she's got to be there by like between 7:30 and 7:45. And there's like a little line, like the drop off is
God, the drop-off line is heinous.
intense. So, and
is so
Gallatin,
long.
it's just like the whole whatever. There's always traffic. So, so in the mornings, we have to wake up now with her. And we always did have to wake up, but it was like kind of half-assed. You're like in your pajamas. You're like
You have to be like
making
on.
coffee. You have to wake up and get shit done.
Yeah.
Because also the packing for school is a
Yeah.
whole thing. The uniform, everything's
so much.
labeled. It's just a whole thing. And Nick, I'm always up. I pack her lunch the night before. I wake up. I get her up. I go down and I start making her breakfast and I put on Bluey. And it's a whole little routine. And I get everything situated. I get her bag packed and whatever. Nick, literally, this morning, I saw he'll decide to do the fucking things that don't need to be done now. He'll be like, I'll see him unloading like one dish at a time. I'm like, first of all, we don't even need to unload the dishwasher right now. Like we literally have to get her out of the house.
Like do this while she's gone.
He's like, I saw him rubbing 2 spoons together a couple of days ago, trying to get peanut butter off one like this.
Oh, for the love of God.
And I watched him doing it and I was like, are you out of your fucking mind? And I just started giving him an attitude and he's like, what's wrong with you? I was like, nothing. I can't even talk about it. Just fucking get out of my way. And then his job is to make, he decided to give us a coffee situation that takes literally 2 years to make a cup of coffee because it's like we're coffee snobs now and it has to be just so.
Oh, y'all's coffee is so good though.
So I'm like, do you want to fucking just start the coffee? Because it's going to literally take 40 minutes. He's like, why are you mad at me? I was like, because You're spraying Shout on whites for tomorrow that don't need to be worn any time today.
Put the Christmas decorations
Why are you
away.
literally taking little parts of whites and going shh, shh, while I'm running around the house getting us ready? Like you're doing the dumbest shit. You're not doing anything that we
doing
need.
busy work to make
You're
it
not
look
doing
like he's
any-
doing
yes.
something. Yeah.
I'm like, also, you're in my way. Get out of the way.
Oh my God, that's so good.
yeah.
And this morning I was like, dude, you gotta fucking. He's like, I know, I'm dropping the ball.
Not dropping the ball.
I said, babe, you're not dropping the ball, but come on, get it together.
I'm dropping the ball.
Make the coffee. Help me go bring her milk. I have to do her hair, get her ready. I'm pregnant as fuck.
Yeah.
My asshole's falling out.
Yeah.
Like just come on. Stop.
You just-
stop
you have to
slowly
delegate.
shaving
Inside
peanut butter off the
out.
side of one fucking spoon.
Yeah, was dropping the ball with the spoon rubbing or the dishwasher this morning?
It was all of it. It's like the doing the
he's like,
stain
I know, I'm
the
dropping
stain
the
removal that we need for a shirt that we'll need at one day.
Yeah.
Do the things we need to get done.
You gotta delegate. Like,
Y'all, what is that though?
Why do they do it?
Like, what is it?
What are
Because-
they? Just stay in bed. If you're going to just hover in the kitchen doing busy work, just stay in bed.
Right, because it's like none of this.
You
None
piss
of
me
this is
off.
currently adding value, and you're in my way. So it's like this can so be done later.
And then I give you an attitude, and then you pout all morning.
Right.
So it's like,
Right. And it's like, how is it not computing? But Bill likes to have 5 different tasks going at the same time. So he'll start the coffee. So he'll empty old coffee grounds, but then he'll go start a load of laundry. And then he'll come back and he'll like take the trash out. And like the coffee's still not started.
Yep.
And I'm like, do one
Yeah, get
thing,
one
start
thing
to
done.
finish, and then go on to the next
Yeah.
thing.
I kind of
Because
resonate with Bill. a
That
little bit on
is
that.
like so cuckoo wild.
yeah.
But at
Oh,
the end of the
it's-
day, it feels more efficient, right, Bill?
Mommy hasn't had her coffee yet.
Yeah, I'm like,
because you're doing everything else.
I'm like, I'm literally doing, I said that this morning, I said, I'm doing everything for her. Why don't you make us fucking coffee?
Just make the coffee.
Just
coffee.
focus.
Make the coffee.
I hate you. I didn't say it, did I?
Make the coffee.
You kind of did say coffee. I love it.
It comes out when I'm angry.
Yeah,
It's admiration,
really when
though.
you're
It's
angry.
admiration.
Yeah.
I keep looking at the boogers on my pants. Yeah, so like shit like that, like I definitely have a lower tolerance for
Right,
bullshit.
right.
You know,
Yeah.
I don't feel well, my back hurts, my hips are awful. Like
God, they have been
throbbing
since like
20 weeks.
yeah.
Oh man, that hip pain laying on your side in the
Dude,
bed at night.
because you
Yeah.
feel the baby on your like all of its weight. And then you switch sides. I finally got I put a thicker pillow between my legs last night, and that kind of helped a little bit because the pregnancy pillow I think is just not cutting it. So I have one pregnancy pillow that holds the sides of my tummy.
That feels so, when you find that sweet spot of that and you're like,
And it holds it up.
yes.
So I have one that does that, and that's really nice. And that has a little extra thing like for behind my back if I want to put it there. And then I was putting the other pregnancy pillow between my legs, but it was not cutting it. So now I have the big, like the pillow, the pillow you put on your bed for show.
Oh yeah, like
There's
the
one of those
like,
pillows.
Yeah.
I don't know.
One of those big pillows I put between my legs now, and that's helping.
European?
I don't fucking know.
Wow, you're just saying things that you've read on a pillowcase packet from Cozy Earth.
Bamboo?
She's like bamboo.
Cotton? Yeah, I don't know. what any of
The
them are called.
sweating is
Yeah.
unreal. The
Yeah.
amount of sweat pouring off my body in the night. And our
yeah.
bedroom is 68. I mean, we put it down to 68. It's cold. It's cold for me when I'm not pregnant. When
Yeah,
I'm
I mean, yeah,
pregnant,
you're pregnant, it
I'm
needs to
like,
be there.
I
Yeah.
put that shit down.
Yeah, yeah,
and
yeah.
I'm just like profusely sweating.
Not a body pillow or something else.
I'm talking about like one of those
lumbar
big
body pillow.
pillows that you put on the bed after to make it
I
look
think
nice.
that's lumbar.
Anyway, that's gonna bug me. But yeah,
I think
we'll
body,
figure it out.
Body pillow, lumbar pillow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Important. Thanks.
Yeah.
Nothing is comfortable. Everything sucks. My stomach is like stretching so much. I would show you guys what it looks like, but it's actually like pretty unsettling. Like it's like
It is not.
It's like purple.
It's not.
It's like
unsettling.
purple, and my belly button's popped out. He popped it out.
Yeah.
And he pushes on it with his foot. Like
I think it looks really good.
it's
I
just
agree.
like it looks like painful. I haven't seen like actual stretch marks yet. I think they'll come, but I'm also psychotic about the lotion and stuff.
Yeah, when I rubbed your belly the other day, it felt real lubed up.
Oh, it's always lubed.
Yeah, feels great. Looks great.
You farting over there?
But that's not what I was gonna say. Sorry, it slipped out.
She goes,
It was coming out when I was talking, and I was like, "Look, it's gonna make noise, and you're not gonna know, so I might as well just own it."
might as well address it.
Yeah, I could have cosplayed as a salt shaker with how little I moisturized.
Really? Cosplay
Just,
as a salt shaker.
Oh, look, it's snowing.
You just didn't
Dandruff.
moisturize?
I don't know. It's like, see, okay. I don't know if I.
It's because you're young. You probably just take it for granted.
I think
You're
it's called like
Also, look at her
executive
skin.
dysfunction or something, or maybe like not like I'm not diagnosed with ADHD, but like maybe I have it because like I like will sit there like, oh wow, my skin's really dry. My lotion is right there. Or like I'll take a shower and I'll be like, looking at my lotion. Yeah, I should put that on.
You need to
I
lotion.
don't do it. I don't do it. I'm just like
In
no,
general.
No.
You've been
Girlfriend.
talking about are you still itchy?
Yeah.
You've got a lotion. I do bio oil. Like I do a combo of things. I do bio oil is actually my favorite. I love
Yeah, I've
bio
heard
oil
For like general lotion or like your belly?
for my belly. But also like it's really good for any like scars or stretch marks or like dark spots. Like it's bio oil is so good.
But does
can't
anyone
remember what
relate
I
to that?
used. What?
Like, does anyone relate to that? I don't know. Maybe neither.
I
of y'all
relate
do.
to that in certain
just like
ways,
a-
but not when it comes to vein things.
Like a
things like, will this fuck my body up? I ain't ADD about that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like, but I'm ADD about other things.
Sure.
Yeah.
But when it's vein, I do it.
Yeah.
I'm like,
I definitely lubed up too.
Yeah.
But I just did it at night before bed.
I do it at night. I do it in the morning, and I do it once during the day.
God.
Oh yeah.
Does it not stain your clothes?
I'm not wearing clothes that I give a fuck about.
Because I can't remember what brand I used. Bump Butter, and I loved it. It was so good. But it was the oil and it stained everything. So like anything that I touched when it was on,
But like,
stained.
I'm gonna. What am I? You know.
Yeah.
Everything I wear is a maternity thing because I
Yeah.
don't fit in anything. I don't like. You used to wear like jeans. Like I don't fit in jeans.
They were maternity jeans.
But you could wear your jeans up into like with the thing down. Like you could unbutton it and still wear because your body didn't morph into a fucking blown up sausage.
shape shifted.
Like my thighs, I told you guys this before. When I get pregnant both times, I must retain a ton of water because I get so much I don't have that much cellulite. I have cellulite as in my normal life. You don't really. And you don't really.
Yeah, I
but most women
Morg's
do.
legs are like
No,
a
Morg doesn't
chicken.
have-
Morg has the best
Morg
legs.
doesn't have cellulite. Oh, Spencer doesn't have cellulite. Spencer doesn't have cellulite.
Spencer
either.
has the same leg. Y'all both have
Yeah.
these like tiny little cute bird legs.
Like you don't have
to me.
you don't have
Chirp,
like
chirp.
No, you don't have like cellulite juicy thighs.
Okay.
You know, there's
Yeah,
not
they're good.
there's
You-
not goo on them. So
Yeah.
like even when I'm in the peak
Thank you.
shape, even in my peak shape of my life, I have a little cellulite. It's just there.
Yeah.
So it's like, of course, I'm going to have more pregnant.
Sure.
But I am literally, it's like cellulite's pouring off my body. Like I basically have face.
cellulite
I
on
basically have
cellulite.
face cellulite at this
where
point.
we gain the most weight though is in our thighs and our butt.
Thighs
That's
and
where
butt.
fat storage is for milk production.
It's
Ooh.
well, hopefully I must be producing a lot of milk. Also, my nipples are
milky.
let's
Serving platters.
Them big
Serving
milky.
platters.
Serving platters.
Well, I told you guys, but I didn't tell you guys. When Nick saw me with a
this the wife
see-through, when Nick saw me with a
Oh, this is
see-through wife
so
beater,
good.
I was just doing my like nightly routine and in my own home, feeling comfortable. God forbid. And I had
thinking about
First
this photo
mistake.
the other day. I was like,
Yeah.
I kind of want to resurface that.
I had
Check 'em
a
out.
wife beater on that was see-through, and my nipples are the
Serving
size of dark chocolate. Yeah, like they're the size of serving platters and the color of dark chocolate. Not milk
Thing, though, is
chocolate.
they looked like my pre-pregnancy
No.
areolas. Yes,
No, honey.
100%.
They are like it's hard to
They're areoling.
They're doing their thing.
They're areoling.
And Nick walked in, and normally he's like, he's a creep no matter what.
Right.
Like he's always like creeping on me.
Sure.
And this time he
dropping the ball, creeping on you.
Yeah.
That's Nick if I've ever met him.
Yeah. He looked at me and he stepped back and he goes, "Whoa." And I was like, "What?" And then I looked in the mirror. I was like, "Oh, like these things?" Not like, "Whoa, your tits are huge." He was like, "Whoa, those nipples are fucking huge."
Yeah.
And dark.
Yeah.
And I was like, "I know. I was comfortable in my own home. Should I put a fucking bra on?"
Oh my
He's
God.
like, "I'm sorry. I didn't mean it like that." I was just like, well, that reaction was certainly special.
Very comforting. Makes me want
He's like,
to.
"I'm really sorry.
show
It
them all
doesn't
the
mean
time."
I'm not saying it doesn't look good." I'm like, "It doesn't look good."
Yeah. And then like a whole fight.
I'm not. And I was like, I laughed. I was like, honestly, I don't give a fuck. I feel like a fucking disgusting.
It's so
like,
cool. The reason why though, it's
yeah,
so baby.
I don't
confined.
care.
It's
It doesn't.
So cool.
I'm not fucking
Look,
worried about
What's it called?
It is
the
what
first,
it is.
Like crawl they do to. There's a name for it when they're on your chest.
yeah, there is.
What is it called?
I don't know.
That's like they need to be able to see
like the
them.
boob
them
crawl.
serving platters.
The boob crawl.
That's why they get darker and bigger.
because they don't have good vision.
Yeah, so they're like, oh, there's Pluto. And
Dude,
they
I've been
can find
watching
their way
so
to
many
it.
savage mom videos.
The breast crawl.
Oh,
What is it called?
We probably,
Breast
The
crawl.
breast
could've
call.
Probably come up with that.
Did either one? No, you had C-sections. But did you, when the boys came out, did they cry right away?
Oh man, I feel like time like has froze. I don't know literally how long it took, but it wasn't like outcry.
Yeah, because I've been watching these women who the baby comes out. Oh, first of all, the amount of women that pull their own babies
That's
out of their
the
vaginas.
best
That is
thing
the
ever.
coolest
It's
thing
so
I've ever
cool.
seen. They're like, and they
I
pull
like
it
want
out.
another kid just to be able to
Just
say
so
that. I did that.
pull it out of your
So
own
awesome.
vagina. But then the baby like is limp a lot of times, and it's like,
Yeah.
and I mean that would give me a fucking nervous breakdown. She didn't cry right away, and it was horrible. But I've seen mothers literally take their baby placenta still on, and they go
And they suck the stuff out of it? Yeah.
and
I
they
mean-
suck out the goo from the baby's mouth, which obviously we would all do because
Yeah.
you just have that fierce
100%.
instinct.
Yeah. It's
but it's the
primal.
most badass thing I've ever seen.
It's
I know. It's so cool.
It's the most
so awesome.
It's so
badass
cool.
thing I've ever
It's
seen.
so cool.
And then the baby starts crying, and they're like, "You got it, good boy, good
Yeah,
boy."
and
And
they're
I'm like,
just, like,
"You
fine.
fucking savage
Yeah.
beast."
They're
Yeah.
just fine. The women that do that are also the ones that like literally at peak labor, like it's happening. They're crowning. They're just like,
Yeah, it's like guttural.
and you're like, "Oh, how are you doing that?"
No, I
Because
saw a woman today.
I was on all fours, literally just.
Yeah.
Like
Oh,
the
yeah.
most just like
I can't imagine being silent.
y'all probably I was in Midtown.
Yeah,
Y'all
I heard
probably
you.
could have heard me
I was like,
Yeah.
from here.
Yeah,
Sure.
Coyote and
Kyle
Wyatt
outside.
is
yeah.
here.
I mean, I would assume that that's normal. I mean, what?
yeah.
There
I
is
think
no
it's all
normal.
normal.
There is no
But
normal.
my anesthesiologist, whenever my kid was coming out, I was like, "Can you please just rub that rubbing alcohol pad on my nose again? I'm about to puke again."
Oh,
you
It
were
also-
so you felt like you were gonna puke.
Yeah, I was puking from the from the stuff.
Yeah.
But
during
And that's
At the
why they
very
sometimes
beginning,
put you to
when I-
sleep, right?
when I don't know.
They put women to sleep, I think, because
Oh yeah, I think
if
that's
you get
more if
sick,
it's like emergency. But yeah,
Yeah.
I don't know if I ever actually threw up, but I was like heaving. I don't know, but I doubt anything came out because.
sorry, I just yawned.
But yeah.
I'm not tired.
Well, y'all,
And
shut
it was
it
good to be
down. Shut it down. Macy's yawning.
yeah, let's go home.
All right.
Oh wait, really?
No.
I was like, we can talk about a little bit more. I'm gonna be okay. I'm gonna be okay.
Oh no.
Well,
I'm definitely scared about
But
birth.
it's gonna
It
be
definitely
so
scared.
great though, for real. Like it's been so cute watching
I
you
know.
be pregnant because we didn't know each other when you
I
were pregnant with Farrah,
know.
but I knew about
Oh,
the
yeah.
like the journey. Probably
Yeah.
same
That's
with you,
been
Macy,
cute.
to like get pregnant. And how special is that?
I
to, like,
know.
get
Well,
to see
yeah, I
it.
mean,
and then we get to know him.
yeah, you're
Ugh.
gonna meet him.
The way I'm going to sob
Yeah, that's gonna be a lot.
when I see that child.
That's gonna be a lot, and I just know he's gonna have some eyebrows.
Oh my god, he's gonna have
He's
the
gonna have
browiest
brow. He's probably gonna be
brows.
hairy and tan.
It's gonna be
Yeah.
so awesome.
Oh, I can't wait.
But like, obviously, I'm having all the intrusive thoughts. Like, what if
Yeah.
something's wrong with him? Like, what you know?
Yes.
Yeah, it's
Yeah, but guess
Part
what?
of it
You
is
just
drugs.
don't know until you.
Yeah, but nothing's
Yeah.
wrong. Nothing's wrong.
Yeah.
Nothing's
The
wrong.
good thing about being really old is you get kind of unlimited ultrasounds.
Yes.
So I'm
Yeah.
getting one. I'm getting another one next week.
Getting a lot of like validation to the opposite of your
You're
fear.
allowed to be
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
I want another. Well,
and you're
she-
also supported by your OB
My
to
doctor-
have a VBAC. Like
We'll
she,
see. Yeah.
which is so awesome.
And what's great is I don't think that it's her favorite thing.
Yeah.
But I think that she's like very respectful of people's wishes, and she's done a ton of
As
VBACs.
she should be.
But I don't think she's, I think that it worries her.
Yeah.
But she's like, there's no reason that you shouldn't be able to do it.
Well, and her that also means she's going to know the point where you should change plans.
Yeah.
You know
And
what I mean?
I'll
Which
trust
you're
her
fine
because
with.
of our
Yeah.
conversations.
Uh-huh.
And my doula too has been like, we all need to be able to pivot because what we don't want is another situation where it's an emergency. And I've definitely thought about the C-section thing, and if that's a possibility, I don't want to be induced at like 40 or 41 weeks. I don't want to go down that road again. I would rather just be like, okay, we
Yeah.
tried. It didn't happen. Let's schedule a C-section. And my doctor, which and Spencer knows, and a ton of people that I know have done it, they're like, a scheduled C-section is a different animal.
Yeah. And
You
it
are
being-
prepared.
And it would be your second.
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Night and
Yeah.
day.
My
So much
sister-in-law just
different.
got a scheduled C-section, and she had a vaginal birth the first time, but I mean a terrible one with a episiotomy, and they couldn't get him out. And so it was almost a C-section, and she seems to be recovering amazingly from the C-section because it was scheduled. She's like doing normal.
Yeah. It's really
So there's really something to both. I really just owe it to myself to try.
I love that.
And I really want
I
to.
love that.
And then if it doesn't work out, because I am older and my placenta's older, and there are things like you can say anything you want, but there is a reason that the statistics do go up,
oh yeah.
for ruptures and emergencies, and there's there's something to it. I think that a one size fits all isn't the right approach to birth, but I'm not going to completely dismiss someone who I like and trust and who went to school for a million years
Yeah.
to help women.
Yeah, and I think your willingness to like be realistic about it is only going to play in your favor.
Yeah.
Like it really, really is. And both in like, okay, if you end up with a C-section, then like great, but also like probably a level of confidence with the VBAC itself. Like
Yeah.
if you like once you go
Yeah.
into that situation, I feel like that is a game changer.
I really want to do it, and I really want to not
You
do
really
it.
can do it.
Yeah. Yeah, I really want to do it, and I know that I'm capable of doing it. I have watched some breech births, and I ain't trying to do all that.
Oh.
They happen,
Yeah, they happen.
and they're badass, but I'm good.
I meant to tell you, I'm about to hire a pelvic floor PT to join Fitness
My
Corp.
doula thinks I should see one.
And her name is Amy.
Oh, cool.
This is funnily enough, when we were meeting, we were at Dose, and I don't know how we got to it, but we were like talking about what all she was going to do for Fitness Core and everything. And she's had her first 2 were C-sections, and her third was a VBAC, which is like really cool. And she was 39.
That is really
think-
cool.
And so
I would love
was
to
like-
talk to her.
Well, she said that I can give you her number.
Oh yeah,
Or, yeah. I can give you
we
her,
should
yeah.
have her on too.
Well, and I told her that. She's so
Yeah.
cool. But not only just a VBAC. She had it after 2
crazy.
C-sections and was 39, which like,
Yeah.
no, I don't think that
39
that's crazy,
and 41
but
are
it's-
not that different.
No.
Yeah.
And, she said that the doctors were kind of like, they weren't necessarily super supportive,
Yeah.
but I think she said she had a doula, and
You could like need one if you're
Yeah.
going to do a VBAC after
and
you need support.
and she's a pelvic floor PT. She was like,
Yeah.
I know
Yeah,
what's
going on.
happening. And she was able to do it. But what's funny is the reason why I started telling her about you, I was like, oh my God, my best friend who is also
Yeah.
named Amy. I was like, she had a horribly traumatizing C-section with her first. And I'm like telling her your story, and I hear this voice behind me like, are you talking about my wife? And Nick I was like, this is her husband. And it was so like ironic that he was there.
He's like, I was
stood up
there.
and gave him a hug. I was like, this is him, and that's the child that and she was like, wow.
Wow.
She's
But
like,
yeah,
cool.
I told her that I would give you her number because she was like,
Yeah.
please. She volunteered it. She was like, please tell
I
her
would
to call
like
me.
to talk to her for sure. I like listening to positive. I mean, I listen to both. You know, I like to educate myself on both good and bad.
Sure.
But it's more helpful to listen to positive and read positive
Totally.
stories.
We could even try to have her on before Tony.
we
like you
should.
could talk to her on here.
We should.
I would love to hear that.
There's a podcast called the VBAC Link that I've been listening to, and the woman that, like the main woman that hosts it, is she had 2 C-sections and then a VBAC.
That is.
They
any
tell
VBAC
you
is
they don't
badass,
want
but
you to
that's
do
crazy.
that, but you can.
That's what Amy
And
said.
lots of
Amy was like,
women,
they were not wanting.
They
me to do
don't
it.
want you to do that, but you can, and a lot of women on this podcast have.
And you have to like respect. It's like so hard because doctors are literally like, well, not all of them, but most of them are truly looking out for a patient's best interest first, but they're also looking out for like liability, their interest of themselves, not even in a bad, like of course they are, because
and also who wants to wake up at 3 a.m. if you can schedule
right, exactly,
something at your leisure.
Yeah, it's like, so it is, they find these, they do find these ways to kind of like orchestrate.
I think
I
so
felt
too.
with my last birth, and I've said this before, that was on the table before, like that was just on the table. It was something that was talked about. It was like, well, at your age, a lot of things end up in C-section. At your age, a lot of this and that. And I was like,
that's why I was saying before you went to your meeting, like, or not your meeting, your last appointment, where you were like gonna ask for clearance with this.
Yeah.
Like poke holes, ask questions, and not in a like, fuck the doctor way. Cause like she's a doctor, but you are like, if my stance on that is like, if she had said no, because of your age, then say like, what other than my age, like why because of my age is the answer.
Well,
no.
she said what she did was she sat down and she was like, well, let's in depth talk about your first birth. Because a lot of what happened then will indicate things that tend to happen again. But so I told her, and she was like, okay, well, there's nothing, you dilated.
Right.
Your hip, there was nothing with your like anatomy. She's like, it seems like the Farrah didn't respond well to drugs.
because we know that it's not because your hips.
I got hips, honey.
Right. Your hips aren't too small.
My hips are not too small, and they're expanding every day. They're like literally, I feel them
It's
widening
not that
for
there
this.
wasn't enough room for her to come.
My mom's theory, have I told you guys this?
I don't
that
think
I
so.
had a massage, a reflexology massage, quote unquote.
Trying to get all the
Because I was
labors
desperate.
to
I was
happen.
past 40 weeks, and I was desperate. I was like, I did acupuncture. I did the whole thing.
Yeah.
And this woman came to my house, and she clearly had no idea what she was doing. And I said, well, do you work with like women on reflexology? Do you work with women like trying to go into labor all the time? She was like, on what? I was like, reflexology? What you posted in your ad? She was like, oh, and my mom and I were like, and this was like halfway through the massage that I asked her about
You were
it.
already in the massage?
Because she was hurting me. Like she was pushing on me so hard, and she was like really like my mom was like, you're doing it like you should not be doing what you're doing.
Oh.
So my mom's
I've never heard
theory
this.
My mom's theory is that she like moved Farrah into my pelvis, like behind my pelvis.
That's 100% possible.
I
That's
feel like
100%
you're.
possible. I'm not saying it's certain, but I'm saying it's absolutely that could have happened.
Because when they got her out, she had been stuck behind.
No, the seriousness in which you have to be certified for a prenatal massage or reflexology.
And I should find her and sue her, honestly.
Lord,
Oh
that's
my
how
God.
you pay for tuition,
Right? college honey. I don't remember her name. She had red hair. She had no idea what she was talking
You
about.
probably have an email confirmation somewhere.
Yeah.
You-
And my mom's theory is that she's the reason that.
That would absolutely make
That
sense.
makes so much sense. And that is such a liability. And you could absolutely sue her. If she is not,
Shocking.
She didn't know what the reflexology even was. And I was like, it was in your ad.
She's like, oh, I can rub people
Like, it
for
was literally,
money.
It was because she
I
was
hope
part
her
of one
business
of
is shut
those
down
massage, like, you know, one of those companies online where they send someone to your house. And it
That
said
is so
specialties, reflexology, blah, blah, blah.
well, because you aren't even allowed to, because I've got prenatal massages with both of mine. You aren't even, and I did reflexology too, but like with both of them, you aren't even allowed to hit certain pain points before 35 weeks because it can literally cause you to go into like it is so serious that they actually know what they're doing with.
Yeah, she
with
didn't know what the
pregnant
word
women.
reflexology was. And
I'm floored by
Liz,
that.
Liz is.
I think Liz is absolutely right.
so-
Good news is you're not going to go back to that redheaded sack of potatoes. That's
No.
awful.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, was she Satan?
That's awful.
Yeah, it was Satan.
You
Satan
you also
herself.
at 35 weeks you can start also I just said sack of potatoes because I was going to say something so much meaner and that was the other option.
Yeah.
Love it.
Love when
We've
you're
been doing a
mean.
lot of sack of potatoes at home and
because
you know with like the kids.
Yeah.
Well, Eli. Anyways, I just had to justify that. I didn't want everybody to think that I'm like you sack of potatoes because that just came out because the other thing I was going to say was meaner. At 35 weeks you can start doing birth prep
Yeah.
and like opening the pelvic outlet.
Oh, girl, I'm gonna do all the things. Literally.
And like that's 2 weeks away.
Yeah.
Well, I guess all's well that ended well with Farrah's.
She's safe. She's fine. but
great.
you know,
But oof.
fuck that.
Well, yeah,
Yeah.
so I've told y'all my doctor was like scientifically incorrect about multiple things
Yeah.
that led to my C-section.
Yeah.
And even like talking through, she like made it clear, like, oh, yeah, I have like something I can like say for like why you're having a C-section.
Yeah.
Like even if it's not true.
She just wanted you to. I mean, once you've had one, they do pretty much assume you're going to have another one. Like mine did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They pretty much assume that you're going to want another one because.
Which
and
I
I
don't
get
think
it.
that's-
like, but
Yeah, but that shouldn't.
they should ask you.
The door
before
should
they
be
assume.
opened
Yeah.
if
It should be like, what is your preferred?
Y'all
Yeah.
and speak up for yourselves.
Yeah.
Is like moral of that story.
Yeah.
You know, and like educate yourself like Amy has and
yeah.
ask.
Have you guys ever looked into a hip? Did you do hypnobirthing?
No, the like training and mental work that I did before was pretty similar though.
Yeah. I've looked into it. I haven't actually done it. I've just like read about it a lot. It seems like a good tactic. I mean, it just seems like you should just do all the things that are going to make you feel prepared for the unexpected. I mean, you're never going to be prepared, but like I feel like one of my besties, Sophia, she did a lot of breath work and she said that and something I didn't even know you could do, laughing gas. She said
yeah, wait, I
laughing
did know that.
gas
Yeah, I've heard
and
that.
breath work were the two, because she didn't
Wow.
do an epidural. She didn't have time. She was already at a 6 or something,
Yeah.
but she did laughing gas and breath work, and she said it really helped her manage the pain. And she said the laughing gas it doesn't, like, it's not a pain thing. It just takes your
Chase knows.
mind off of it. Like she said, it just ask Chase.
Chase knows that laughing gas is
Chase would know.
I
been
had a
through
great
this with a
time with laughing
vasectomy.
gas when I got teeth pulled years and years and years ago. It was so fun.
Oh, it was so fun.
It was so fun. I laughed the whole time.
yeah.
Wow, I haven't
had
had
a-
it since I got a cavity pulled and I was so young.
I can remember. Yeah,
Yeah.
I can remember that.
You have like the
And I
time
was
of your life.
in middle school.
Chase,
Me too.
Y'all, Chase thinks that his vasectomy was like harder than other people's.
Snip, snap,
Like he literally just this
Because
weekend.
he's a man.
I don't remember what we were talking about. It somehow came up of like, if I were to get pregnant again, he would force me to get a paternity test.
Yeah.
Which like
You're like
fair, because fair.
Because he's been snipped. Yeah. It does happen though.
And it does happen.
It's just
We
funny
heard
because
a
like
story
it's funny
recently,
though because like who would you be fucking?
Oh, right. I remember we saw this couple at Dose that the story totally doesn't matter, but a year ago we had just met them at Dose. They had 2 boys and we literally met them at Dose right there. Did not know them. And she was like, "We are done. Shop is closed." Which like, if you hear somebody say shop is closed,
Yeah.
don't you assume they had a vasectomy?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah. Like it's
done,
not
right?
possible.
Yeah.
so we see them literally, it's been like a year. And the husband was in there and he was like, "Hey, like, how are y'all?" And they were kind of talking and he was like, "Well, we got a 2.5-month-old." And we were like, and so my head immediately went to,
It didn't work. Like yeah.
like, was it a vasectomy that didn't work? Because I'm sorry, you don't say shop is closed if you've just like
course.
decided
She probably
to be
just
done.
meant like she's closed for business.
I guess.
yeah.
But that led to the conversation
Yeah.
of that. And we were like, maybe it was a vasectomy that didn't work. And Chase was like, "I would make you get a test." And I was like, well, first of all, who am I having sex with?
Yeah.
Second of all, like, I think that maybe it does just happen sometimes. He was like, well,
It does.
He was like-
Apparently, every blue moon it does happen.
because, well, let's not talk about that.
But no, I don't
He
think-
literally goes, well, he like cut me. Like, it was like,
He's like he went
He
off.
had, like-
vasectomized me
Yeah.
more than he
Yeah,
did.
he went
that's
overboard.
essentially what he said. He was like, I mean, I had a vasectomy. And I was like,
That's so good.
Was he comparing it? Did he
so
ask?
good.
did your doctor say I'm going to cut you at
Yeah.
a sharper
Yeah.
edge than the other men?
Like,
or while he was doing
your
it, ooh, we really
vasectomy-
did this
Yeah,
one.
like
Your
there were no
vasectomy
jagged edges
is
on this one.
absolutely like I'm giving you the special vasectomy.
This is the one where like only 1% your wife will get pregnant. The other men,
Right.
Those suckers,
Because
they've got the 5%.
because I just like you that much.
Yeah.
yeah, because I felt so bad for you because you thought that the one
pill.
pill was pain medication and you still forced laughing gas upon
Yeah.
yourself when
Yeah.
the female front desk said,
Oh my God.
"Do
I
not
told
do it."
that story, I think, to one of my friends my friends that don't have kids. And my girlfriend was like, "Oh, that's so like mean. Like they need to like give it more." Like she just like felt
Unreal.
bad she like thought of her husband in that situation and felt so bad. And I was like, wow, people without kids like actually care about each other's feelings so much more.
Because
That is
like
so crazy.
well, because she
was
hasn't
like,
felt
she
the
felt
pain of child.
Yeah.
She doesn't know.
she felt bad. I was like, who gives a fuck if it hurt?
She just
literally
has, like, a
doesn't know that
regular-
no matter
Yeah,
what.
she's normal.
a regular whiny man.
She's
not
like,
a
no,
dad.
she's like normal about like caring about her husband's pain threshold. Where we're
right.
like, give it to them.
Yeah, they didn't.
yeah.
They didn't go through
Yeah,
pregnancy or
So
labor
funny.
or delivery.
the way
or
I was like,
postpartum.
oh, that's so sweet that you like really care.
They're just
like,
really concerned about getting
men.
peanut butter off the spoons at
About men.
inopportune moments.
Yeah, so Chase's vasectomy was like one of the like
It was the
real ones.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know? Like it
Yeah.
was a real
Sometimes they do it, and other times they do it.
Right. And they like
And they went in. They went
did
in.
it with his.
They
so,
went in.
He's
You
like,
know,
he's like, just trust me on this one, baby.
like, listen, I saw this.
Hey,
I mean,
There's
obviously it's
no
gnarly. It's got to
sperm.
be gnarly, but like,
Yeah,
you
yes.
know.
I like every time I talk about this, I'm
Is it?
like,
It's gotta be
coming from
gnarly,
the
gnarly
love.
because
Yeah, of course.
they.
Yeah, like I'm not like,
but it's still
suck it up.
But it's still so funny.
I think it's more of like a bruising feeling.
Yeah,
And I think it is psychologically worse because it's like, oh, that's my
hence
junk.
the anxiety.
That's my junk.
Singular
Yeah.
pill
Yeah.
that is
Yeah.
given.
That's my junk.
Yeah.
And but I do think it's
Oh,
like
the
more of a
drama that
bruise.
would happen if Nick, because if I do a C-section, I'll have the tubes out. If I
Yeah.
don't do a C-section, Nick's got to go do it.
Oh yeah, I didn't
So
even
the
think about
drama
that.
that will ensue
Can't
if
wait
Nick
for the
goes
update.
to get a vasectomy.
Can't wait.
Oh my God, everyone. The whining, the bedridden. He'll be bedridden.
Me and Macy are going to be there just like holding.
Yeah, I'll be
Tony,
like
just,
feeding him bone broth and like checking
No, you
him.
won't.
Hey,
No,
but,
you won't.
but
Because
Amy,
you're going to
you
be
didn't
like,
have a C-section, so you're fine.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, like he
That's a
will be
joke for
so
everyone
traumatic
not
about it. I
listening.
can't even. I can't.
it's
That's
yeah.
hilarious. That is
The best is the like walk of shame out. I'll never forget picking Chase up because they
like,
still like he
oh,
had the
oh.
laughing gas too, so he's
yeah.
like really like
Loosey.
loopy. So
Yeah.
he's like walking out like like trying not to move that much, and he made eye contact with me and was like,
You ready to go?
"Oh my god!" And he got in the car and I was like, "Well," and he was like,
It's done. The deed is done.
Yeah, no more babies. Or like I'm
Shops
spay. Like yeah, it
closed.
was,
Oh God.
and then
Shops
it hit. Like it all
closed.
wore off. The laughing gas. Like and the that's what the numbness wore off because they numb
God forbid.
the pain.
You were talking about having another one, but like later when you're like in your 30s,
Yeah.
because you're so fucking young.
I knew that was
So
coming.
there's no need to like cut Bill's
No.
dilly off just yet.
Yeah,
No,
Bill, did you know that they actually do cut it off?
No dick cutting off here. No, but yeah.
Maybe when you're 35. I mean, look at me.
No, so my sister-in-law, one of Bill's older sisters, did she just turn 35 or 36 this month?
Oh, Rooster, Jesus. Oh my God. That is the worst thing I've ever smelled in my life.
Wait, I don't smell it.
No,
Rooster, come here.
it's pointed. His butthole's pointed to me.
Sleeping. Rooster.
Oh my God. The level of comfort. Jesus.
I'm not getting it. I'm so
He's
thankful.
like,
Oh.
oh, I don't smell it. It was me.
I'm honestly going to
I don't
vomit.
smell anything.
No, I don't know, Amy. Whoever smelt it, Delta.
No, I couldn't produce that. That was
No, she's saying
That's
that I
what
did
you want us to
Because
think.
I'm like, what smell? I don't smell anything. I really don't. I'm
I
very
feel
thankful for
shame.
that.
that hit me. That
was
stung,
that sound though, right?
That stung me.
Oh yeah, no. So earlier when we were putting the kids to bed, I came out and I was like, "Rooster, go lay down." And he went and he jumped on the couch. When he jumped, it was just.
Yeah, Tito farts like that too. Tito just walks in the room and he's like, I'm like,
was like,
ew, dude.
Get a
Gross.
fucking
Because their
grip on your
butthole's exposed. So
sphincter.
it's just like,
It
gross.
really is. We were at the farmer's market tonight, and he's like, unfortunately, in the I heard Hart was saying some of this stuff too. He's in the stage of boyhood where it's like
Fart,
booty and
poop,
poo.
yeah.
I pooed it on
Yeah.
you, and we were at the farmer's market, and there was a dog, and you could see its. I mean, you can see all dogs'
Yeah.
butts, right? And he goes, "That's that doggy's booty." And I was like, "Oh my god, where are they? Where
Ew. Yeah.
Oh, Farrah tries to like stick a pencil in Tito's boot. Like I caught her trying to poke him with a pencil in his
Amy's
butthole.
over
And
there
I'm like,
do it.
Yeah.
no, I'm like, that's so fucking gross. Like I'm just, you know how I feel about
right.
Tito.
No, I was over here saying that Tito and Rooster need to get control of their sphincters, and Drew. Why do I always call Bill Drew? Okay, so my best friend, one of my best friends is a guy, is gay and amazing, and I always call Drew Bill and Bill Drew. I don't
Because
know.
you think of Bill as your gay best friend,
I
maybe.
think maybe so.
Just kidding.
But anyway,
I'm kidding.
Yeah, but Bill turned around to me and was like,
Bill's like,
Bill
that's
goes,
not that
Bill's
funny.
like, you're one to talk over here when I'm talking about dogs getting control of their sphincters.
Yeah. Well,
Whatever. Like, you know what? Fart.
Fart
Life's
away.
too short.
yeah.
Okay.
Life's
Let
too
her rip.
short.
Life's too
Just
short to hold them all
fart.
in.
But yeah, my sister-in-law, she's 35.
Yeah, back to that.
She's
she's-
35 and surprisingly pregnant and has
And
a
she has 2 other ones.
She's
right?
a 7-year-old and a 5-year-old, and
Yeah.
she is getting her C-section a week from today.
Yay.
Yeah,
It's awesome. Yeah, I think you'll know
I could
if
do
you're
that.
if
Yeah.
it's later on and you're like, you know what, I could never go back, then you'll know. But if
Yeah.
you start getting baby fever, you're so young.
yeah.
I think 30s is like the greatest time. Like that's the way to go. You
I
just
just
like
think I'm scared though, just from like having preeclampsia with Rudy.
Yeah.
but I have time to get skinny and then ruin it again.
I mean, in today's economy, more than 2
Yeah.
is nuts. But
Sure.
maybe you guys,
never know.
maybe we'll all be filthy rich.
You never know. Yeah,
Yeah.
that gives me time to
gives time
get a
to-
few promotions,
Yeah.
bill the same.
Like I honestly do not know how we plan to have another child with $3. Because
Look,
we
yeah,
are poor
You're
right
like,
now.
wait, that's less than $1 a person in
That's
my
true.
family.
That's
Yeah,
true.
well.
We are poor. We're not poor, but we are poor
not
right
poor.
now. Like
You're
we, with her school and all the fucking uniform shit and all the bills and everything, and our mortgage is way too high. We are so tight right now. It's so scary to have another kid, to be having another kid when you're so don't have savings.
You know what?
But I just keep saying like money comes.
Yeah.
When
It
I
does.
need
That's
it, money
literally
comes.
what
I
I,
really
was
think
about
that
to
it does.
say.
Yeah.
Is you somehow like
You make it
like
work.
things are of course like it's stressful sometimes, but like somehow it's like, oh, we're
Yeah.
like paying for this.
I know. there are months where we're like, wow, we're doing really well. And then the next month we're like, we have $3.
Well, we're both drinking way less, so that's less money we're spending. And
Yeah.
also
Same.
but it's also like, why do I spend the same amount dining out as I do in groceries in a month? So we're also cutting back on that.
Yeah.
That's why we have a ton of lasagna in the fridge, and it's so good.
Is it? Did you make it yourself?
Bill makes the lasagna.
Yum.
Bill!
And it's good, and
I
it's
love
so good
lasagna.
left over, y'all. And it's
Oh my
like,
gosh, yum.
what is that?
Ooh,
Like
it's
6
talking
meals?
dirty.
It's
Yeah.
like 6 meals
For sure.
for like
Does Hard eat it?
$8. Yeah, hit or miss, but
It's crazy with that. It's like with the kids, like we meal prep too.
Yeah.
And
like, who knows?
And
what
we
they're
never-
gonna
you
eat
never
in
fucking
one
know if they're gonna-
day is different.
Yeah.
like she'll fucking chug chicken fingers at your house,
Yeah.
and then I give her the same goddamn
Yeah.
brand of chicken
Yes.
fingers, and
Like-
she's like, I don't like this.
It's
I'm like,
always at other
you
people's
ate
houses,
6
Yeah.
at Macy's house.
Yeah, literally.
6.
Yeah. You
Yeah.
ate them out of their large Costco size bag.
You legit couldn't get enough.
But the same ones at her own home.
What is
It's
that?
always the
Heart's
food at
the
home.
same
So
way.
annoying.
So annoying.
Heart is the same way. We'll go to Maddie's and and he'll just like down like some random
Like
he
sun
ate
butter, yeah.
broccoli at Maddie's house, and I'm like,
Yeah, yeah.
Oh yeah,
huh?
because of Maddie's house, now Farrah's like, I want sun butter. I'm like, bitch, we get peanut butter in this house, honey.
We have to do sun butter.
I
now 'cause
love-
E has a classmate with a nut allergy.
Is sun butter good?
I don't
It's
know.
it is good.
Is it
the
as
kids
good
I-
as
so the
peanut
kids I
butter?
nannied,
No, nothing
yes,
is.
they had sun butter.
Because
Nothing's
peanut
as good
butter
as his
is
peanut
my life.
Peanut butter is superior.
I told her, I
period.
said, honey, thank me for that peanut
Yeah.
butter.
Any day of the week is peanut butter.
Yeah.
Like, don't start demanding
Happy
peanut butter,
to
poor
those who
man's peanut butter.
celebrate.
Yeah. Happy Mother Peanut Butter Day because shout
Every day is
out.
peanut butter day.
It's literally every day is peanut butter day.
I've been making her
balls that I
lunches
make-
with a little peanut butter in the middle thing of the bento, and
Yeah.
then cut up apples.
Oh, that's cute.
She's been crushing it.
Adorable.
The balls that I make,
You
that
mean
are
these that I
literally my
specifically requested,
lifeline.
and I'm
Those are so
they're
good.
so good.
obsessed
They
with them.
remember when I had to cut like literally 18 things out of my diet when I
Yeah,
was
when
in
Wyatt
the
was,
fiery,
like,
when I was
freaking
like
out.
dining with the devil every single day when Wyatt was 4 months old. I had to cut everything out, and one of the things was peanut butter. And so I had to start making those with almond butter.
Oh.
And every single bite I was like,
And almond butter is good, but
Almond
it just
butter
is
is good.
not compared to
nothing
peanut butter.
is peanut
But
butter.
when
though.
your brain is thinking peanut butter,
Yeah.
nothing is going to compare.
Nothing's
Peanut butter is like literally 80% of my diet right now.
Yeah.
as it should be.
I eat it because it's like it doesn't gross me out.
I just need to bake you
Doesn't
a
make me
batch of
sick.
those.
Peanut butter is
How many
so
calories do you think are in this?
I don't know. They're all really good calories though. Oats, peanut butter. So oats are great for literally so many things. Peanut butter, good fats. Flax seeds, great also for breast milk production. Collagen, honey, syrup. Like everything's like clean and
Yeah.
I mean the
Yeah.
chocolate chips are. Is he
You
moving?
just happen to find yourself.
He always
just-
kicks and freaks out when I eat something that he likes.
Oh, cute,
He likes
Tony.
The
I'll
other
make
night
them
I
for you
was
for
eating
the rest of your
too.
life.
I was eating ice cream, and every bite it would go down, and then I'd be like 5,
cold.
4, 3, 2, and he'd be like,
Oh my god, wait, that's so cute.
He just loves
he's
it.
a little sweet
What
guy.
a little king.
"Yeah, he loves it."
That's so
Yeah, if you
cute.
happen
I'll
to
make
find
him balls
yourself
for the
with
rest of his
just
life.
a
That's so cute.
surplus of those, if they just end up
I
at
can
my house.
next
They're
batch I
so
can make.
good.
I'll deliver. I make them once a week because
They're so good.
everybody in my
They're
house eats them.
so good.
They're so good because a lot of them aren't that good. Like
Exactly.
I've bought them where I'm like, I can't eat this.
No, this is the recipe.
the one.
It's so good.
That's
It's
I-
the butter, the fucking butterscotch.
oh yeah,
things.
this one I didn't have the right amount of chocolate chips, and so I added. Is it butterscotch? Is that what it is?
Yeah,
or
morsels.
caramel or something.
It's-
Butterscotch morsels. Yes, I love.
And so it's
butterscotch
like
no,
morsels.
three-
they're
quarter
changing the
cup.
game.
I'll never go back. I'll bring you some over.
Do you want this
I'll bring you
last?
some
Do you
over
want this last
tomorrow.
No,
one?
you eat it. You eat it.
We're
Have it.
Wyatt's coming over here.
You're gonna
tomorrow,
freak out.
so I'll drop some off.
No, you're literally gonna freak out when you.
It's so good.
I already had 2.
And also, I told Amy,
if you're sure.
I accidentally did a tablespoon of salt instead of a teaspoon, so that helps too. They're like
It
extra
made
salty.
It, it's so good.
They're so good. Those are the best though.
That's a butterscotch morsel, I see.
It's so
It's so good.
I think this is a southern thing. Did your mom make haystacks? Was that like a Christmas?
What the fuck is a haystack?
They're
No.
chow mein noodles and
No.
butterscotch chips like melted and put I'll
that
make
sounds
them
like the weirdest thing ever.
They are. You'll attack them. I'll make them for our group Christmas. It's the best batch I've ever made.
Really? How good is that shit that you're putting in your mouth right now?
So good. Yeah.
Tell
It's
us.
so good.
So good.
I will make them for our Christmas hang this year. I'm sure it's more than literally just butterscotch chips and chow mein noodles, but it's like the perfect crunch
Yum.
and then the sweetness from the.
Okay.
It's so
Listen,
good.
don't threaten me with a good time.
I know, so good. Like, oh, okay.
Well, I'm trying to think if there's anything else. I'm still breastfeeding somehow. It's
I
been
can't.
16 and a half months.
I can't.
Damn.
I know, isn't that wild? And Wyatt, his top molars are coming in and it's literally been hell. It's horrible.
The molars are so big.
They were not
so
bad
big.
for E. I don't know why. I think his came later, and so maybe he was able to like, I don't know. But Wyatt's getting 2 at the same time.
Wyatt's just
and-
more in tune with things.
Well, that too.
I think he's just more hypersensitive,
Yeah.
hyper in tune. Not sensitive, but hyper in tune with things like Farah.
Yeah.
So like some kids just kind of can just feel everything.
Yeah.
That's how she is.
Yeah. So that's
It just
been
teething
fun.
sucks for some kids, and it's not that big of a deal for other kids.
Yeah. It is
So
definitely
weird.
sucked for Wyatt. It's
And it's
not
like
been fun.
you were saying you thought Rudy was sick, and we were talking about how like all moms through the history of time know that teething does give you a fever and teething does make you have a cold, but doctors will dispute that till they die.
Well, like, but like, what about both though? Because like that was hell.
Yeah. That was one thing.
Like, a combination.
A little fever and a little cold and a tooth comes. That's
Yeah.
like the tale as old as time.
Terrible.
As old as time. I
so
remember
bad.
I went to sometimes when things are going wrong with the kids, I reach out to Dr. Bradshaw instead, just because he
Yeah.
can check things. And there was one time where Wyatt had a little fever and I was like, my gut's telling me this is teething. And so many doctors do tell you, or if you look online,
They
it'll say like fevers
teething
don't
doesn't
go
cause
with, yeah.
it's
And
like-
Dr. Bradshaw, before I even told him I think he's teething, he was like, he's got a low grade fever. He's totally teething. And I was like, exactly. And he's a
Yeah.
doctor. I mean, he's not a pediatrician, but he's a doctor.
I love Dr. Bradshaw.
He's the best.
I just saw him I see him every 2 weeks, and it'll go to every week soon.
Hey, Kev.
He
Yeah.
loved his shout out in the other episode.
Yeah, he's super funny.
He's great. He's great.
Him and I are like buds now. We just like shoot the shit the whole time.
Yeah, he's the
like,
best. Yeah. He's the best. Also, one more thing, and then I guess we can wrap it up. Y'all know this, but the school that Eli is going to, he potty trained by definition. And I guess maybe this is like literally the definition of potty trained, but that means like no pull-ups either, which
Not even for nap.
not even for nap, which
I think that's weird.
is kind of, I
He's
feel like crazy.
3.
I don't know any other school. I've
He's
asked a lot
3.
of moms. Yeah, I don't know any other school that does that. Even Kyle, my brother, who, Brooks he'll be 6 in November. He is not in pull-ups anymore. But until he was like 4.
My
and a
friend's
half, I
kid
think.
was in pull-ups at night till he was 5.
Right, at night, just because it's so long.
It's normal.
Because I asked, I was like, what did you do with Brooks? And he was like, well, he just stopped eventually. Like,
They get to the point where they're like, okay, I want to go to the bathroom because I don't
And
like
so-
sitting in a diaper.
like, thank God the teachers, I was nervous when I told the teacher at the like parent orientation night, like, he's still in pull-ups, y'all not do that she would be like, you need to work on that. And she did. She was like, well, just bring changes of clothes. Like, we're fine to change them. Thank God. But also, like,
But weird.
that is more work. It's
But
less
why not
work
just put
for
a pull-up
you
on?
to put a pull-up on a kid that needs it versus changing his sheet, his blanket, his entire shirt, underwear, and shorts.
Yeah.
But today, day 5, no accident.
Maybe
Nice.
that's why they do it.
I know. And so
Maybe
now
that's why
I'm
they
like,
do it.
is that how they just like crash course
But how long is the
train?
nap?
2 hours?
Wow.
Does he nap? Did they say he actually
I don't know
sleeps?
how long he's
Yeah,
sleeping.
that's the thing with like, so with school as opposed to daycare, you don't get pictures and videos.
So it's just
Right.
like
You just have to trust that they're not like killing your child.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
So I always interrogate her after school. I'm like, what happened? What did
Totally.
you do? Who did what? But like, you don't know if
Yeah.
So I'm used to daycare where it's like she made a BM. She peed.
3:07 p.m.
Yeah,
she wiped herself literally the most detailed
little pictures of her playing, little pictures
Yeah.
of, and that part's an adjustment for me.
big time.
Dropping
they send
off
pictures where he is, but
So
it's not frequent.
this school has a Facebook page that will post stuff from the day, but it will be like after the fact.
Yeah.
And it's like, your kids see they're in the pictures, they're not, and
Right.
I am not, as a pretty helicopter-ish parent, I don't love that.
Yeah.
Because she's still only 3.
Well,
she's not even 3.5.
So
what
little,
really
yeah.
sucks, so drop off the first 2 days was pretty okay. He was like a little hesitant, but like fine. Day 3 and 4 were
Rooster.
horrible.
For fuck's sake.
Oh no, I bet I'm gonna get this one. Days 3 and 4 were literally horrible. Like he cried. I got in the
Really?
car and cried. It was really bad. And so like on those occasions, a picture would have been really nice.
Well,
Or like a text
do you
would have
have
been really
your teachers
nice.
text, like,
They stopped
cell
doing
phone?
that this year. They do email now because apparently the teachers were getting texted like 9
Yeah, I bet.
p.m., which like I understand.
I get that
too. Yeah. I mean, like let's not be that parent, but also yeah. So we just do emails, and I'm not going to be like, "Dear Miss Tiffany, is
Yeah, I
he
know.
okay?"
I know.
Because like I know he's okay.
Is he okay?
But
I hate it.
Sincerely, a concerned mother.
I'm
Yes,
actually
sorry to be that
shocked at
mom.
how well she's literally says, well, Nick drops her in the morning.
I'm
I
also
pick her up.
not shocked. I feel like, knock on wood, but I feel like she's like done with that. I feel like
She
she's
is-
like this little outgoing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't.
She walks, she says, bye, daddy, gives him a kiss and walks in her
See,
class
that
and plays.
doesn't shock me.
She doesn't know
that doesn't
anyone.
shock
I mean,
me.
literally, this is like her third
But
day.
she's so outgoing now, though.
She's so outgoing.
like that's who she is. That
Yeah.
doesn't surprise me. That
It's
doesn't
crazy.
surprise
I
me.
love it. I hope
Yeah,
that
it's awesome.
like Tony's birth doesn't I know she'll regress in certain ways. Already she's like peeing her pants more.
Yeah. That's just something
since
to
I've
tell the
gotten bigger.
teachers about. That was one thing that I really appreciated with East teachers at the parent orientation. They were like, we genuinely, and I'm sure, all teachers say this, but it felt really genuine when they said it. They're like, we really, like, we feel like your kids are our own. We really want to take care
Yeah.
of them. So we're like, if there are things going on at the house, like maybe dad's out of town for a week, let us know. Because that way, if the kid is acting out a little
Yeah,
bit,
we know.
we can kind of piece that together and
Dad's
even say, hey,
getting-
do you miss daddy?
Dad's getting a vasectomy.
Dad's getting the most vasectomy of all time.
actually found the doctor
Treat with
that
care.
does like the biggest vasectomy, and he has to go to New Mexico to get it done. So
Because it's actually just like the most effective vasectomy that's ever been
Chase is gonna
performed.
hate
gonna
this.
hate
He's
me
gonna
so
be
much.
so mad.
he's
Not
gonna-
really,
Love
but
you,
when he hears
Chase.
that, he'll be like,
Oh my
"Fuck
God.
you guys."
He really is. He's
And he should.
But I really liked
Yeah.
that because that's not something I would have thought
That's
about doing.
awesome.
But and so for listeners, I think that's really good advice. Like, let your teachers know if there's something's
going
on that feels maybe big
Yeah.
to your kid.
Yeah, that's
at home,
great.
because then they can kind of, or if like they're just acting like a little shit,
Yeah.
then they can be like, things are kind of hard at home.
Yeah,
That's
But I thought that was good
really,
advice.
Really good advice.
So
it
that
is. Yeah,
that could be something that
yeah. Well, they see me every day, and
Sure.
they're like, "She's gonna
yeah.
have someone coming."
yeah. But that's something that you can email them and be like,
yeah.
hey, like it's happening, big change at home,
Yeah.
FYI.
And I am very nervous about if I do go into spontaneous labor, how that's going to go down.
It'll be fine. I'll go pick her up immediately.
Yeah, I think that I'd rather it be with like you guys, like friends, than family right away.
I think that's where she
I'd
feels the most
rather
comfortable.
family come in a day or two, because I don't feel like she loves, I mean, specifically Franny.
Yeah.
She's really
And
close
Franny
with
can
Franny.
pick me up from school.
Oh my
Yeah,
God,
Franny
no,
can pick me
I
up from school.
literally love
I'm
her.
obsessed with
so
her.
obsessed with
more
her.
Hottest
than
person.
anyone.
I'm so obsessed with her.
And just the sweetest. She's a helper. She's
literally
active
the best.
service person.
She's
amazing.
hands-on with all of
She's
our
the
kids.
girl
This is
version
Nick's
of Nick.
sister.
Yes.
listener.
She is totally. That's how Nick
Amazing.
is. Just a helper.
Yeah.
He'll pick your
Amazing
kid up
person.
and
Yeah.
Yes.
It's-
and
they're the
everyone,
best.
and she's just comfortable. But
Well,
and when she
knows all of
stays at
us.
our house, she could live there and I wouldn't care. She's just like,
Yeah.
she doesn't talk too much. Her and I can sit in a room and be silent for like an hour and then be like, should we watch something? Like, we
Yeah.
just are so comfortable. We don't need to fill space.
Yeah.
And especially postpartum for me, if it's anything like my first time, which, I don't know if it will be. I'm not a huge fan of people just in my space talking all day. I really love silence.
Relatable.
Yeah, I love silence. And, I don't, obviously with my kid, I'm, playing and talking and all that. God, our kids talk so much.
Oh my God,
Are
they
yours?
talk so much. Yeah.
They don't stop talking.
I love it though.
It's so
I
cute.
love it. I'm
They
obsessed
don't
with it.
fucking stop talking.
I love this.
The whole
It's
car
the
ride.
best.
Because.
Yes.
Anytime I
Yes.
ask her,
Yes.
Yes, I did.
it's the best.
I said, did you have fun at school today? Yes, I did.
It's Mr. Rudy.
Yeah.
Mr. Rudy.
Hello, Mr. Rudy.
When she loses her lisp and she loses that little voice, I'm gonna
I'm
gonna
gonna say-
cry.
Get it back.
I know.
Yeah,
Fix
I'm gonna
it.
cry.
It's broken. Fix it.
But anyway, I feel like other than Franny, like she doesn't know our families in the way that I would want to leave. Like of course I trust both of our families with her, but I want her to be comfortable and happy.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
I want her to feel
Well,
safe.
because that'll help you feel comfortable if you know.
Because
that
I'll
she
freak
feels
out the whole
comfortable.
time if I feel like
Yeah.
she's miserable.
Yeah.
Sorry, we're crying. There's a crumb on your shirt.
What the fuck? How long has it been there?
Just I think since you ate that ball a few
Oh,
minutes
for fuck's sake.
I didn't see it. I would have told you. Whatever.
Whatever.
I know.
My
And,
life's a mess.
No, truly whatever. It was just
But it's
so
still-
funny.
but you're
the
just
way
staring at it. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Were you
really
guys
funny.
texting about the crumb?
Yeah, so
I saw you
him
texting.
I did too. I was like, what? I was like, what?
I saw
the
him
fuck?
laughing and I was like, what are you laughing about? He said, the shirt on Amy's, or the
shirt on Amy's crumb.
You guys are assholes. You should have told me sooner.
Well, hey,
I
I
think they
just found
just-
out.
yeah.
We just noticed 2
That's
minutes
pretty
ago.
Oh, we gotta go.
Yeah. Do we have anything else to talk about?
No, honey.
Hey, we're
Mommy's
on,
got to
y'all.
go to lay in bed, and she's got to crochet.
We just have to walk
I gotta
upstairs,
go to bed.
So
It's time.
All right, we love you guys, and
is
we'll
so
be
fun.
back as soon as we can.
Yeah.
Probably in a few weeks, and then we'll take another break when I have Tony. But we are not going anywhere.
We're
the
not.
show is not ending. Just life is chaos.
Life
and-
is really lifing right now.
yeah,
We're just
and
all so
we're
much
all
going
really
on.
tired.
truly.
And like we said at the beginning, this isn't like we've got a babysitter. Like this is we started at 8:15.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
we're
yeah,
tired.
like this
Yeah.
it's brutal, but so fun when we do.
We have
It is
missed y'all
fun.
though.
We have missed you.
It was fun. to
And
be
we'll
back
do
in
as
here.
much as we can, and then as soon as we can get back to the real routine, we have plans to up the ante a little bit and
Yeah.
make shows a little bit more fun with cool guests, and we have plans. So we will
do.
see you
Fart
soon.
cam.
A fart
Everything.
cam. Yeah,
The fart cam.
yeah. Update
Yeah.
on JoJo Siwa.
Yeah.
All right.
And
Bye.
that's it.
Rock, rock, rock me, mama.